Court has completely concluded for the day, so these are the final updates from day 2 of testimony. And do keep in mind that today's testimony was completely centered around former girlfriend Cassie Ventura. Prosecutors tried to use Cassie Ventura's testimony to prove to the jury that the crimes Sean Diddy Combs is accused of happened in multiple states, one lawyer said, which gives the federal government jurisdiction. In order for the case to be brought in federal court, prosecutors have to be able to show that the alleged crimes occurred in multiple states, Brian Bianchi, a criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor, has told news outlets. Now, Ventura went on to describe the pattern that most freak-offs followed. Most of the freak-offs followed a similar pattern, according to Ventura. It was established pretty early on in doing the freak-offs that Sean enjoyed a lot of conversation and describing, she said, of her former boyfriend, Sean Diddy Combs. Ventura said a freak-off would typically start with oil and touching. After that, she said participants would engage in oral sex before progressing to intercourse. It was like a gradual process, she said. Ventura said she would often ask Combs if they could move to the next act in the pattern. She said she wanted to speed the process. He was controlling the whole situation. He was directing it. Ventura said that Combs began recording the freak-offs or drug-fueled sex performances pretty early on in the first year. She testified that at first, they were recorded on a video camera. Later, they were recorded on both his and her electronic devices. She said there wasn't really a conversation before he began recording. Sean brought out a camera and set it up. Ventura said she would later delete the videos on her devices when she saw them because they were humiliating and disgusting. She testified that she frequently asked Combs to delete the videos he had as well, particularly because his staff members had access to his devices. I never wanted anyone to see me like that. Ventura testified today that she took drugs during freak-offs with Combs, including a version of ecstasy called Blue Dolphin. Ecstasy, also known as Molly or MDMA, is part of a class of psychoactive drugs that produce experiences of emotional communion, relatedness, and openness. Some users report having less of an urge to eat, drink, or sleep, contributing to its use as a party drug. The drug is taken orally, usually in tablets or capsules, and may be made in different strengths or combined with other drugs. Many manufacturers create these tablets in specific colors or stamp them with certain symbols as a way of branding their products, building confidence in the contents, and increasing their appeal to users. Popular symbols include alligators, trees, doves, and dolphins, as well as logos like Chanel, Honda, and Superman. Blue Dolphin is a blue MDMA tablet stamped with a dolphin symbol. More updates in part 2, which will be attached in the comments. Part 2. In March 2016, Ventura testified that she tried to leave a freak-off before it was over at the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles. It got violent, and I chose to leave. Sean followed me into the hallway by the elevators. He grabbed me up, threw me on the ground, kicked me, and tried to drag me back to the room, took my stuff. The jury viewed a text thread between Combs and Ventura from March 5, 2016. Remember, the surveillance footage that showed the altercation at the Intercontinental Hotel was also dated March 5, 2016. Ventura said that the conversation happened just before she had her first big movie premiere. She testified that Combs wanted to plan a freak-off and she didn't want Combs to be angry if she said no, but she also didn't want to compromise herself before the premiere. Ventura said she was having a freak-off in the hotel room with Combs and an escort when the 2016 altercation happened at the Intercontinental Hotel in LA. I'm not sure what happened, but I got hit by Sean and I had a black eye. And at that point, all I could think about was getting out of there safely, she said. I had my premiere. I didn't want to mess it up. So I left. She said the escort was in a separate room in the hotel suite when Combs hit her. After it happened, she said she grabbed her belongings and ran out as fast as she could. Ventura ran out of the room when Combs was in the shower barefoot with her sneakers still in her bag. It was the faster way, she testified. If you remember, said escort testified yesterday regarding this incident. The jury viewed the hotel surveillance footage again. This is at least the fifth time the jury has watched Combs assault Ventura on surveillance footage in the hotel hallway. This is day 2 of the trial. After the jury was shown the hotel surveillance video showing Combs assaulting Ventura, prosecutor Emily Johnson asked Ventura how many other times Combs had beat her in that way. Too many to count. I don't know. Are there occasions when you tried to fight back when Sean hit you? No. And with that, court wrap for the day. Ventura will continue her testimony tomorrow. The judge advised jurors to turn off notifications from news organizations on their phones to ensure they don't see anything about the case. Also, the judge denies requests to show sexually explicit videos and images in court. Judge Arun Subramaniam provisionally denied the news organization's application to have sexually explicit videos and images shown in court. He told the prosecution and defense to submit any additional letters to complete the record, but said something would have to change his mind. He agreed with the prosecutor's argument that showing the sexually explicit videos of the sexual encounters would re-victimize Cassie Ventura and Jane. I'm not seeing any case that would suggest in any way, shape, or form that images or videos of these types of acts that are alleged to be sexual abuse will be required to be shown in open court when they pose the obvious risks of re-victimization, especially when these individuals are testifying about these incidents, Subramaniam said. Subramaniam also provisionally denied the media's alternative suggestion to allow 3 pool reporters view the images and videos. That's what we have for today. I will check in with you all tomorrow for day 3 of the federal trial against Sean Diddy Combs.